to another battle report. So I haven't been able to upload a lot lately, and that's because I haven't been able to have any games lately because a lot of works and stuff like that, you know. Unfortunately, life gets in the way. But anyway, I get in a small 750 point game versus my brother, and we play the breakthrough scenario and normal deployment, and quickly walk through his list. He got a unit of Wasteland Knights, full command and banner of speed. Hiding behind a hill is the fallen beast of lust. Then he got a Chimera with breath weapon. Then he got a unit of barbarians, command and fails, and they also got a barbarian, shifts and BSB, a level 2 fire with Tomb of Arcane Lore, so he got the signature Fireball, a Burning Bolt and Smoldering Ember. Then he got a Giant, a unit of warriors, command. In there he got his General Lord. He got a 1-up save, 4-up ward and +1 attack sword. Then you get a unit of vanguarding hounds, a wasteland chariot, a unit of barbarian horsemen with musician and throwing weapon, and that's his list. So for my list, I decided to play a lot of units I don't usually play. So for the first, I got a unit of Raptor Riders, and I hate things that are immune to psychology because you cannot flee with them. So stupid unit, frenzy unit is for me not usable. I don't like playing them at all, but I choose to. It's a casual game, let's play some new units. I got, as I told you, a unit of Raptor Riders, and they got the banner of Mixoc, some weird Spanish name that you cannot really pronounce if you are a Norseman. So I'm not even gonna try it, but it gives you hatred anyway. Then I got a unit of Ramthodan who have vanguarded forward, and I put the frog, so to say, on his knight and his chimera because I want to kill those guys. And then I got a unit of skink skirmisher. In there I got my level 2 Path of Heavens with Tomb of Arcane Lore. Behind them I got my general, who is a lord on a alpha Carnosaur, and the only upgrade I gave him was Portion of Speed, so he could potentially strike before something, but that's it. Next to that I got my BSB on a Taurosaur, and I got the plus impact spear, so I got 2d6 impact hits for that one, and that's really cool. But I think it's immune to psychology as well, so I will not put my BSB on a Taurosaur. I think it's not good choice, or at least it doesn't fit my playstyle anyway. Then I got on the hill a unit of Skink Braves, and to the furthest left I got a unit of Skink Skirmisher, and I have less drop them in, so I get the first turn. Well, here is my spell. Actually, none of the heaven spell are bad, but I couldn't really choose. I got this and the Wind Blast, so I changed that for Blizzard. So yeah, it's a nice couple of spells. Sorry for the blurry picture, but this is just showing me pushing up my troop pretty carefully. I think I have the range advantage, even though we have Path of Fire. I want to shoot some bolts with my Taurosaur and potentially my Skinks, get rid of his chaff, so I keep my distance. And I have a great magic phase. I got off, first off, I got off the Thunderbolt on his Barbarian Horseman and killed 3 of them. They passed their panic check, unfortunately. And then with my 2 remaining dice, I throw up a Ice Shard Blizzard and I roll double 6 on his hounds. And that's unfortunate, but what you gonna do? I got 2 rerolls at least, that's something. But for the miscast, I roll a harmless one, and I only kill 2 of the skinks in this unit. And in the shooting phase, I managed to kill a couple of dogs. They passed the panic check because the general is within range. And my giant bow does 3 wounds to his chimera, so it's only 1 wound remaining, and that's just so nice. So for his turn 2, You can see he have charged me. I tried to shoot the barbarian horseman off, but I got 2 wounds to him and he rolls double 6 on that, so I couldn't do a single wound on shooting, unfortunately. I forgot to take a picture of the rest of his unit's movement, but the key point here is where his giant are positioned. You will see why in my next turn. In his magic, I think he failed the big fireball, rolling like crap, and then I dispelled the other one, burning bolts on something, and that was his magic phase. And so in combat, I realize I have to reroll. I go first, I kill off his dog and kill one of his horsemen. He didn't manage to do anything to me, unfortunately for him, and we both stick. He lost, but he passed his break check because I think the general is within 12 inches of his barbarian horseman, and this is why it was problematic for him to place his giant there. You can see the rest of his line pretty much held back, but my Carnosaur could charge the giant in the flank and the Taurosaur in the front, so they both will be able to overrun into the Chaos Warrior unit next turn. He will get some counter charge on me, but I don't really care too much about that. I just want to go in there and make some brutally damage to his unit, and since the Taurosaur is stubborn, and I will probably win that combat by just killing so many of him. It could go very good for me if I'm lucky. And on this flank you can see I push up my Ramphadon a bit, as well as the Raptor Rider a bit. I'm perfectly fine with them just holding away the Wasteland Knights and the Fallen Beast, even though he pretty much get the point advantage for that, but I don't want that unit running into my flank or something like that, because that could be troublesome for me. And in that combat, he killed a skink. I couldn't do any wounds to him. We both stay. I lost combat, but my general and my BSP is close by, so no problem for me. And in close combat, I think Impact Hits alone killed off his giant, and we overrun into his Chaos Warrior, so we'll pretty much get flank charge next turn, so you will see how that one goes. And here we go. He slams in the flank of my Taurosaur with his chariot, and I think even though if my Taurosaur actually die, he will do a lot of impact hits to his warrior unit, so that will weigh up the combat rest for losing him, and my Lord will pretty much just challenge and kill whatever he sent forward against it. And then I will counter charge next turn with my Ramphadon and my Skink Brave unit. In other news, his Chimera and his Barbarian, not only his Chimera charges my Skink unit, and he only got 1 wound remaining, so if I'm lucky my 6 Skink guys could manage to sneak that last wound into him. Otherwise I hope he will just wipe me out, and yeah, then the Chimera is loose once again. And in this combat we do manage to kill the Chimera, but the Barbarian Horseman still lives, and we both stick around. I think he lost by 1 because I got the kill, but he's within the general's leadership, so no problem for him. And in this combat, in the end, I think I lost actually by 0, because we have a musician. I did some impact hits, not as good as I wanted, onto his warrior unit. My Lord challenge, he accepted with his barbarian champion, and I killed him, get full overkill. He does 3 wounds to my Taurosaur BSB, and that's it. So over to the Seron Ancient turn number 3. And well, I send in whatever I got. The Ramphadon go into the flank of the Barbarian. The Raptor Riders made a long charge into the spawn. I think I needed a 10 and I rolled a 10 and got in. Unfortunate for him. If I would have failed that, his Wasteland Knights would have been able to charge my Raptor Rider and they would have made short work of them. But as it is now, I'm in a very good position with my knights. And this king brave charged the flank of the chariot just to give me some combat res. In magic, I do manage to get off on the barbarian, the reroll to hit, heaven spell, the wind spell, and in combat my skin killed his barbarian horse rider. And in this combat I break him. His warrior break, my tower star pursue them and catches them. His chariot breaks and my skink braves catches them. And we didn't even roll for the raptor riders, but they will kill the spawn. And we all know what will happen, so he just forfeit the game after that. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this very short battle report. But yeah, if you have any comment, post them below and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. Feel free to like and start subscribing if you haven't already. Have a nice one.